The Gbas continues as Catholic Bishop Eat FG and President Muhammadu Buhari asking him to rise up because he has left the premises of leadership to do other things. The bishop continued that he has turned on people criticizing him instead of him to arise to the occasion and stop those terrorizing the country. According to the bishop, he said that Buhari should take up the right things instead of responding to Nigerians that he has beaten more than he can chew, so he should stop playing the ostrich and deal with insecurity. The Catholic bishop said this at the Catholic Conference of Nigeria, the CBCN, on Monday, urging the FG to rise to its responsibility of arresting and persecuting those terrorizing innocent Nigerians instead of playing the ostrich game. The sermon remarks signed by the President and the Archbishop-elect of Owerri, Most Reverend Lucas of the CBCN, called on the government to take urgent steps to unmark the terrorists and their sponsor without further delay. Well, we can see that a lot of religious leaders are rising up and are saying that Buhari should put an end to the insecurity. We can see that everything that has been in the news lately has been about the Abuja to Kaduna train, as people can't get what happened off their backs. That incident has turned all Nigerians against Buhari, as people are angry because of the lives that were lost in that train. Innocent people's lives were cut short. A lot of things happened. 146 people are missing. 8 people are confirmed dead. And some other people are unreachable. It is really sad to hear. And most religious leaders have risen up to talk against what has been happening because most of them are tired. Everywhere we turn to, every time we read the news outlets, we see that everything they talk about is the incident that happened in the Abuja to Kaduna train. They talk about the terrorist attack, they talk about the insecurity in Nigeria. All that has been happening in the news lately is only about insecurity and insecurity. So now leaders are reacting, religious leaders are reacting. Some ex-presidents, ex-governors are reacting. People are reacting. Divine rulers are reacting. Monarchs are reacting. They are tired of the situation because Buhari is turning a blind eye to things. So what the Archbishop is saying right now, that Buhari has beaten more than he can chew. That instead of him having a reply for every single person on the internet, that he should try to make sure that these things do not repeat itself again. The Archbishop is saying that Buhari should rise up, that he has left the premises of his leadership and he has turned his back against Nigeria. That instead of him to try and look for measures to put in place to try and stop the fracas happening in the country, he keeps on justifying what has happened. It's very sad to the extent that Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information and Culture, came out to say that Nigeria has been the safest under the Buhari's administration. And I'm like, is he reading the news? Is he seeing the latest happenings, or is just joking? Because I want to believe that is a joke. For a whole Minister of Information, you're the Minister of Information. You get all the first-hand information, even before us as the normal citizens get those information. So you are saying that the country is safe when 146 people are still missing on that train and are nowhere to be found. So there's not excuse for the administration. There's no excuse at all. Buhari should rise up to his responsibilities. He is a leader. He is leading us. If he knew that he could not take up this responsibility, he shouldn't have run for president. He shouldn't have run for the presidential election. He shouldn't have been the presidential experience then before he won the election in 2015. Because if you knew that you could not handle a country, you could not control a country, then you shouldn't have bothered. Because now, when the country needs its president the most, you are nowhere to be found. Imagine the president traveling to other countries. There's fracas in Nigeria. Today you are in UK, tomorrow you are in Spain, you are in this place, you are in that place. You are not even in Nigeria where the problem is happening. How can you be ruling a country from outside the country? It's something that is unheard of. Even our first lady is now living in Dubai. first lady that is meant to be in Nigeria. So everything that has just been happening it's very bad. You can even recall that patient Jonathan, during that time, she might not be the most eloquent person, but she always commented on matters. She always sympathizes with people. She always sympathized with Nigerians. When things happen, she always used to talk. She always gives her views, her opinions. She always talks to Nigerians, tell them to calm down and everything. But the first lady is just busy there fighting with Asorok, fighting with her husband people. It's really, really bad to know that things are going on like this, and the people that are meant to be ruling the country are busy traveling to other countries. How can you rule a country outside the country? When you're not inside the country, how do you expect to rule it? It's funny because these things keep repeating itself. And there is this man does not want to do anything at all. He has turned blind eyes to it, because every single time in the news, since this Abuja to Kaduna train incident happened, since the terrorists attacked this train, that is all what people have been talking about. And it is very sad to know that the federal government is not doing anything. They're just replying people that are coming out to talk. What's really the essence of your government if you cannot protect lives and properties? What is really the essence of the government if you cannot rule your own people? What is the essence of your governance if you cannot safeguard the nation? What exactly are you ruling? You're not ruling sticks, you're not ruling stones, you're not ruling mountains or valleys or hills. You are ruling people. You are ruling human beings. And it's pains me that these things are happening and that nobody can even checkmate the government, because the moment you try to stand up against these people, you are in trouble. Sometimes I question myself, are we really in civilian government or we are in the military government? Because now force is really being used to subdue people. It's being used to repress people from speaking up their mind. Those times we know that during the time of the military government, we know that people cannot just talk anyhow to the government. We cannot just view our opinions, because you will be in trouble. You were ruling under decree those times. So now I'm asking, are we in a military governance or we are in the civilian governance? Because what exactly are we doing? Why is it that anytime someone talks, you remove the person? Anytime someone talks, you attack the person? I'm starting to wonder what this administration is like. What is happening? Why is it that your administration is falling apart? Every day, this is what we talk about. This is what is in all the news outlets. Every single day, people wake up to blast the federal government. People wake up to insult the federal government. And just yesterday, Lai Mohammed was telling us that we should stop insulting the federal government. We should stop airing out our opinions, that we should try to collaborate with them for the greater good of the country. What greater good does Nigeria have, if we're going to be honest? Nothing is happening. It's going to take a whole lot for Nigeria to go back to how it was in the past, because a lot of things have been destroyed. Things are not the same like before again. People are crying. People are being hurt. People are being killed. Do we want to keep on talking about the unemployment rate? Do we want to keep on talking about everything that is going on in this country? You can imagine the girl that entered the BRT, Bamishe, and was killed. A government boss, for that matter. A government boss. Bus Rapid Transport. A government boss, so for that matter. What happened to a BRT bus that is owned by the Lagos state government? How were they able to use it to carry out that dastardly acts? And people kept quiet, because nobody is talking about the matter again now. Nobody is talking about the matter. Yes, they say they've caught the man, but what is happening? Why are we not hearing any news about it again? It is sad to know that things are happening like this in this country. And why do we think that people keep on fighting for a separate nation? because people are trying to rule themselves. People are trying to rule themselves. Things are not going as how it should be. This country is all a scam, all a sham. Everything is just not right. Olamide Lawal said, "We are tired of this country. We need help." You can see that Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are reacting. Every single day they complain. Some are even frustrated because some are committing suicide, because every single day there is sadness. Every single day you wake up in the news and hear that certain people have been killed, certain states have been terrorized, certain states have been attacked by the Fulani herdsmen. What exactly is happening? It is really sad, and I hope that something is done about this really soon. Do not forget to click the like button and subscribe. To continue to get more new updates from us, turn on your notification button. Thank you.